Now 8:30. So AI and data science is the hot topic about the world in this moment. Statistics, SPSS, data, R programming, Python, machine learning is most powerful skill. However, hello everyone. Welcome to today's webinar on Introduction to AI and Data Science through Digital Mill Hub. It's Alamgir Hossain, founder of Digital Mill Hub, Bangladesh. This learning platform is totally my personal initiative as volunteer task, and it's never responsible of TIB as my present organization. It's my great pleasure that all the amazing M&E and research professionals of national and international have joined today. And I'm grateful to Mr. S.S. Hindolbach, who is today's facilitator. You know, Digital Mill Hub is an open global learning platform through webinar, training website, WhatsApp, Facebook, LinkedIn group, and YouTube channel. It has been working with Circle Associate as a learning partner since 2023. Well, now it's time to hear from our guest speaker, Mr. Rakibul Hassan, Director, Circle Associate Limited. He is the excellency guys in MEL. I am requesting to Mr. Rakibul Hassan for welcome speech. Over to you.
Thank you, everyone. So I hope I'm audible, right?
Yes.
Thank you. So let's start. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, based on where you are. And Assalamu alaikum. So, and warm greetings to all participants joining from Bangladesh and across a different part of the world. So it's a real pleasure to be part of this workshop. And you know that the title of the workshop is, Introductions of the AI and the Data Science. I would like to begin by thanking the Digital Mill Hub, the organizing such a timely and important sessions, which is very important, and it has several implications, the work we do, right? And Digital Mill Hub is a valuable learning platform that brings together monitoring, evaluation, accountability, and learning professionals from across the globe. In today's rapidly evolving development landscape, platform and like this play a critical role. So not only in sharing knowledge but also in building a community of practice where professionals can learn from each other, collaborate, and stay updated with the emerging trends. And I'm also pleased to mention that this platform has a collaboration with the Circle Associates, and I'm part of that circle, where I serve as a kind of director for Circle in a Bangladesh, which is a kind of Bangladesh-based organizations, and which has a specialization in monitoring, evaluation, research, and learning, and definitely knowledge management. And you know that since Circle established in 2016. Circle has been working to strengthen the evidence-informed development, through high-quality research, third-party evaluation, and some of the MEL system developments. And our vision is to contribute to a more evidence-driven, inclusive, and impactful development ecosystem. And also with the Digital Mill Hub, that is important step in that particular directions. And definitely, as mentioned by Mr. Alongir, in the development sector, especially in MEL, we are dealing with increasing volumes of data, more complex program design, a growing demand of timely and high quality evidence. And also traditional approaches alone are not often enough to handle this, kind of complexity. This is where the, AI and data science bring significant value. They can help us, definitely. And we will learn a lot of things from our expert, Mr. Hindol, right?
Yeah.
And this is our expectations, and also that includes process and analyze large data sets more efficiently, and how can we really improve the quality and reliability of our data and other real-time and adaptive decisions making. So with this, for example, many of you know that how AI is utilized in our practical field, and that can also assist in automating routine tasks such as data cleaning, coding, qualitative data, or even generating initial insights. And data science techniques can help us move more simply and describing what happened to understand why it has happened and what might happen next. So this is very important, and also this has strong implication for areas like some of the work that we do. And at the same time, we need to ensure that the responsible and ethical use of data, protection of personal and sensitive information, and also human judgment. So all these I can see, kind of enabler that really help us in the work that we do. And workshop like today are therefore very important. They help us understand not just the concept but also practically integrate this work in our ongoing practice. And definitely, I'm not going to give a large speech. So I would encourage all participants to actively engage in the sessions, ask questions, reflect on your own work, and think about how AI data science can enhance your current meal practices. Once again, I would like to thank Digital Mill Hub for the initiatives, and I would say the work the Digital Mill Hub is doing. These are very transformative, kind of things that they are doing. Not only particular part of world, it's across our globe, right?
Yeah.
And we would like to thank and appreciate their the speaker and moderator. And I wish you all a very insightful and productive sessions. So with this, I'll stop there and thank you and please enjoy the sessions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rakibul Bhai, for your presence here. Hello, Honorable M&E professional. It is great momentous occasion to have Mr. S.S. Hindalbach as a speaker today. I am honored and grateful to him that he gives his valuable extra effort from his valuable schedule. SS Bakthindol is monitoring evaluation, accountability learning, impact evaluation, and data analytics professional with over 15 years of international experience across development, humanitarian public health, governments, community assessment program. He brings strong expertise in data analysis, business intelligence, reporting system, result-based management, and evidence-driven strategy with proven experience supporting major donor-funded and multi-sector initiatives with organizations such as the World Bank, UNDP, USAID, World Vision, Helen Keller International, ABT Associate, and other development partners. He has extensive technical expertise in Python, SQL, R, SAS, Power BI, Tableau, SPSS, Strata, GIS, and dashboard development, along with strong capabilities in KPI design, impact evaluation, predictive analytics, statistical model, and so on. Currently, based on Canada, Mr. Hindol is further strengthening in his Canadian market technical and applied practice through advanced studies in data science, application, and social service work, positioning himself at the intersection of analytics, impact, and inclusive service delivery. He earns a Master in Development Studies from Southeast University, Bangladesh, as well as an MSc in Agroforestry and BSc in Agriculture from Bangladesh Agriculture University. In addition, he has completed academic and professional qualification in statistics, GIS, remote sensing, postgraduate diploma in computer science, and MIS. Hope all of you will get a holistic idea about artificial intelligence, data science, and business intelligence from this webinar or workshop so that anyone can explore their profession in a new dimension as impact evaluator. Before leaving, I request all of you, please remain unmuted during session and you will get open discussion or feedback at the end of the session for 20 to 30 minutes. So keep question or suggestion at your mind. The recorded webinar session and presentation will be circulated through WhatsApp group as well as registered mail. I am requesting to Mr. Hindol to start today's session. Over to you.
Thank you, Rakibul Bhai and Alamgir, for the nice, actually the starting. So am I audible?
Yes, audible. Go ahead.
Okay. So welcome to my sessions, artificial intelligence. So what are actually the artificial intelligence? These are the future is the intelligence. So we want to actually what actually we are doing everything actually the working as a human. So human is the human modulations. Mind modulation is the big computer, big creation of the creators. So hopefully these things and so my okay. So the data science. So now these are the lots of the buzzword is the using in the world, like the data science, machine learning, deep learning, predicted analysis. Yeah. But main thing is that actually the creating the impact, like my these slides. actually this one slide, actually the all for the AI and machine learning and data science. What do actually the mean? It mean that we are actually the collecting from the data from the real world, like these pictures, and we are actually the computing, analyzing, tabulations, whatever actually we are actually the making. Then we actually the get back our actually the opinion and decisions to the actually the again the real world, like the who are the, actually the provider. Provider are not actually the data scientist, but we are actually the in between the patty of the burger. So we need to the collect the data and actually the intelligence and decision making. So today, so data science and AI, these are the very vast things. So my today presentation is for actually the uh, being a future AI operator, not actually the using the AI agent. What are the AI agents? Like the many people actually the thinking that using the chat GPT, using the such type of the Node GLM or any other software, making the some table, some graphs, some pictures. This sort of these are not actually the machine learning. These are not actually the artificial intelligence. These are the actually the those are the agent. They give the some actually the information just. So for the reason I actually I making my presentations like the some examples. So these are the I am actually the sharing the some keywords. So you may help those keywords for learning in the futures. So these are the today my agenda is that what are the actually the data science and what are the generation we are, how this evolving, how these data science is the working in these organizations levels, how these data science actually the utilization in the like the analysis. I actually the here actually the presenting the some analysis, such type of the analysis we may using, and what type of the actually the hard skill we needed, like the Python, SQL, cloud, computing, big data. These are these things are the hard skills. Some of the soft skill is needed, and some also we needed to the data analysis. So in beginning, I am actually the viewing the one video. Is it audible?
Not yet.
Okay. No problem. Alamgir will actually the share the this the presentations, and this YouTube you may actually the see how actually the data scientist is the importance in the 21st century. Why these things? So you may actually the review in the later on. So so what actually the before studying these are the workshops. I can I actually the asking the some want to participant that what type of the industry we are actually the serving. Can you share some on? Or
Okay.
and then what type of the utilization of the data science applications now we're using? I am not asking that the only the collecting the data we know, and so these and how these information we utilize in our daily life for decision making, and what type of the tools actually the we are using sample basis. If anyone actually the share with us these groups, then we may know the how these tools will actually the using what purpose we actually I will actually the give the answer in the later on, but I am actually the one to know the from the participants 1 2 minutes about the issues, what industry we are actually the serving now, like the healthcare, social, property, environment, governance, and what type of the data product we are actually the serving to our decision maker, and what tools actually the using, and which tools for using for what purpose. Can can we spend 2 to 3 minutes?
Any two or three person can raise your hand, please,
Yeah,
and share. Yes, Bajar. Yes, you can say something.
thank you. So, yeah, this is Abdul Muttalib.
Yeah.
So, I have worked as a data management and learning coordinator in the USAID's Feed the Future Bangladesh horticulture activity. It was implemented by Camonix International. So among these tools, I have used Excel and Python mainly. So I used Excel for actually our regular monitoring data analysis for indicator values calculation and other things. And I used Python as we have done some actually research work there. So one of the case was actually impact of biopesticides on teasel wood use. So we have used Python there to actually do the statistical tests and data analysis. So from that research, we found that using biopesticides have positive impact on teasel wood farmers. So yeah, these are these two tools I have used in my development sector. Thank you.
Anyone?
Can
Anyone can share? Yes, another one, please.
So once again, good afternoon, colleagues. My name is Mustafa Khalid. I'm speaking from Nigeria, Abuja. So out of the tools, I think I have experience in using Python, Power BI, and Excel. Yeah, because as it is, Excel is a basic spreadsheet that is used for data gathering and some basic analysis. And likewise, the Power BI, it is used for the presentations of data, in which there is a strong link between the Excel and Power BI, because you will be able to import and export data in between the two apps. And I've also used Python, in some of the basic analytical research programs in governance project. Thank you.
Okay, another one, Tariqul Islam. Please share your knowledge or utilization of these tools. Tariqul Islam? Yes.
Could you share the Tariq, could you share the use, what type of the use, like the not research, more than some things, or analysis, what type of the analysis? Yeah, please.
Would you say something, Tariqul Islam, bhai? Please unmute yourself and then say something.
Uh,
Okay.
good evening.
Yeah.
I am working under Ministry of Education. We work on education data. We have two division working on that, on ICT division and statistics division. ICT division use different software, Oracle, they use SQL and other tools for using to produce data mining. And statistics division use data for analytical purpose. We mostly use Excel, then use Stata, SPSS, this. Thank you.
Thank you. Another.
Can you
Yeah.
share the use those sort of the tools? No, no. Along the, I am
Yes,
asking
yes,
the
yes.
Tariqul bhai that uh, you actually mentioned very nice things. Or Oracle, all these things. What type of the information is actually the mind and used in the decision making? And if have anything used in the decision making process for changing the policy formulation or impact anything?
I think we are already developing to go data-driven decision making. Not now, we are different step to make a decision using data. For
Okay.
example, ICT division makes some tables, and statistics division makes some analysis. For example, uh, parity, uh, uh, Gini coefficient, like this,
Okay.
or
Okay.
a disparity,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
regional disparity, like this.
Okay. Computing the different metrics of the different area regional wise. Okay.
We
Okay.
can take two
Yes, yes, yes.
question from two person, right? Hindal bhai?
Yeah.
Raise your
Yeah.
hand. First one is Dennis and another one Talma. Okay, Dennis first. You can say. Dennis. Okay, okay. Talma, right? You can share your knowledge or practice these tools. Will you say something, please?
Salma.
Hey, Talma.
Salma. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. Sorry, I lost you. My network is a bit bad.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you. My name is Talma Peridu. So, for healthcare, I've used Excel and Power BI. Excel in terms of analysis and also storing the data collected on health services, where Power BI in terms of visualization, better for visualization and dashboard development. So with these data, we can easily inform decision and based on the cases, based on the data we received. Example, if we're receiving higher numbers of malaria cases across a particular location, we can easily use to inform what are the causes of those diseases in those areas or locations. And also looking at nutrition aspect, we also look at how we can inform the data we collect and store on this database on Excel to see where are these cases of SAM or malnutrition coming up. Mostly around the rain seasons, we get a lot of cases of malnutrition across. So we use these data to inform a lot of decisions and also to know and prepare better on approaches and best ways to carry on how to address some of the healthcare issues we are facing. So basically, I use Excel and Power BI. Thank you, and over.
Alamgir, can you
Yes. Yes. Yes.
can I
No.
proceed or
Yes, you
take?
can proceed. Already we have
Okay.
here three
Okay,
or four.
okay. Thank you. Actually, the most of actually the sharing actually the for connecting the actually the presentation. So we know that we are actually the collect.
I want to add, sir, Bob, sir,
Okay,
I want
okay,
to add someone.
okay,
Our ICT division use GIS. Our ICT division use GIS for
okay, okay, okay,
distribution, disparity.
okay, okay, okay,
Actually,
okay,
it's a
okay, okay.
visualize
Thank you. Okay.
and different measurement, buffer zone,
Okay.
disparity like this.
Okay, thank you for sharing. So I will actually connect those examples and those practices and how those practices we may into in the AI process and machine learning. I will actually describe in a minute. So basically, who are the beneficiary of the AI? So if AI the product, yeah. So no, so like the AI main beneficiary is for actually the value for money. Like actually the today ago, I actually read out the one news that Facebook cut their 10,000 employee for the next year due to
Hello.
due to the incorporating their AI and machine learning. So these are the value for money. So everyone actually the want to saving for money. Like the whoever we are working, our intention is that earning money by the jobs. But job provider actually the intention is that cut the employee for earning the revenue. Okay. So these are the basic things. So AI actually the create give the some actually the insights how our work is the economy and how these resources effectively they used and efficiently actually the dealing and also the contributing the in sustainable manner. So these are the actually basic business of the AI. Actually, the make the more profit, make the more earning by the salary and by the profit. So two groups are actually the now actually the in the race in the two different directions. Okay, so what do mean by the actually the value for money? Value for money means actually the low cost, high performance, better outcomes, and lasting value as a sustainable manner. No one give us actually the money to do the better job for giving the more money. So who are actually the providing the money as the donor part? They giving the less money. but they are actually they expecting the high quality of the performance. Okay, so these two things actually the doing by the AI, use the less money and and create the more performance and efficient performance. And for the reasons like the machine learning, these things is the emerging. So these are the like the machine learning actually the platforms. So some machine learning is the supervised, some like machine learning in the unsupervised. So this supervised machine learning, we may using the like the regression model, tree based, like the performance and cluster based. And already three, four actually our participants shared their information. I believe that they are actually the go till regression and prediction level, but not yet actually the doing the these levels. So they are the scopes and also the deep learning and also the our component is the actually the selecting through the machine learning. So these are the frameworks. So I am actually the sharing the lots of the new things because my assumption is that everyone we are actually the very expert data scientist or data analyst level, and everyone have the data handling capacity. So they are actually the, now trying to actually they escalate their uh, career to the up levels. So these are the frameworks. Like these are the sheets. Okay, these are our actually the daily things. Like the daily things means actually the these sheets. These are the, actually the data sources like that way. So like the one column, they are actually showing the year, but they are actually they mention the 10 planned years. So these are not actually the numeric data, but these are the numeric. Some data is the there the lots of the data is the blank. Some data is the lots of the data is the like the NA. Some of the like the these are the creating the 99999. So these are the real world, real case. So how these things actually the operate by the AI or machine learning operator. Can anyone actually the share this sort of the messy things and data things handle in your actually the previous or present role? Anyone can handle this sort of the things? Alamgir?
Maybe anyone cannot share. Anyone can share, please, how to handle your data, raw data. Actually, there are lots of missing value here. 999 not applicable and another blank sheet. So question to you,
Okay.
how to
Yeah.
handle the data? Yeah.
So yeah, so to actually, so if I do, get the question correctly, it's about that the data has some missing value and some wrong value. How to handle this? Is this the question or
Yes,
scenario?
yes, yes.
Yes,
This
yes.
sort of is this spreadsheet is the real world spreadsheet? Do you believe?
Yeah, it could be.
Oh, okay.
Mostly, most probably.
Mostly.
Yeah.
Mostly. Okay. So
Okay.
how handle this? How you will handle?
Okay. So if I can see that
Data
the
cleaning.
first column, the current loan column is having some actually abnormal values. Those are highlighted. So
Yes.
maybe that's why those were highlighted.
Yeah.
So so for this column, we can either actually go to the source if we have and correct this. If we don't have any other source, if this is the only source. So as the current loan is such a value that using missing value imputation, like using mean, we should not replace it using mean or something like that. Then so
Yeah.
to handle this, either we have to collect it or we have to discard these entities from our analysis. As actually we
Okay.
should not replace such value with mean or mode or something like that.
Okay. 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 Thank you.
Okay. Okay,
And
for credit score, so we have some blank value. So if the same thing goes again, if we have any other sources, we can collect from there. If we don't have, there could be a formula to actually calculate the credit score. I'm
okay.
assuming. So we can
Okay.
use that formula and
Yeah.
replace those.
You assuming you used anyone used anyone used you actually the saying very nice things like the imputations and missing value actually the alteration. Did you used in your work previous or anyone
Yes.
in?
Yeah, I have used such things in my.
Okay, okay. Nice things. So, thank you. So, thank you. So,
Thank
this actually the real world, this sort of the data or informations now in our hands. So, data collection process not actually the controlled by the project teams or the organizations. Many organizations now actually the purchasing the data from the providers, so from the vendors. Okay, so different people have the collecting the different data collections. So from the actually the machine learning, we need to the actually the handle these things like the cooking in the kitchen. Everything is the messy. But when actually we actually the eating, these are the very nicely served. Okay, so these things. So so data
Another one.
and machine learning.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, another one.
Another one have raised hand. Fida M. Rohani,
Okay.
maybe. Would you say something about the issue? Fida M. Rohani?
Hello, do you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good evening. Thank you very much. Well, this issue that depends on the context and the type of the data. That first we have to refer that from where the data is collected, and whether the first column which has highlighted cells from 999, that which is contact number, a contact list. So we have to what we have we had the issue, the same kind of issue. We have deals with the humanitarian organizations, and when the enumerator collect the data, and we several times we find the same kind of issue in the raw data. So what we do is refer to the source of the data, and first need to confirm whether this type of data which we require is available or not. The second point is then there is an equal number set. Let's say it as a golden number set for the such as a contact list, such for the other type of the issues. So this is set. Then we use those type of golden numbers such as for the contact number. So in the several times we face that the beneficiary from the data where it's collected, they do not have such information actually. So let's say the contact number. For that issue, for that type of issue, we use as a golden number issue. The other point is if there are mistakes from the, let's say from the enumerators, then we collect the information to fix the data from the neighbor side, the neighbors from then we check the time of the data where it's collected, the neighbor of the data where it comes wrong, and then if somehow we find the issues and fix the missing fields. So these are the ways which we several times phases and find the solutions.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So due to the time limitation, I am actually the proceed. So those who are actually the sharing, these are the traditional methods. These are the high cost data collections and high cost mini systems. This cost is not possible to the in future bear by the any donor, any agencies. So we because every project is actually planning to making their questionnaire, making their training plan, send to their enumerators and collecting the data. So these are the very costly things. So rather than that, actually the now in the world using the different data from the different platforms, actually the making the pattern. So if we have the money, these are not problems. So nowadays we are actually using the different sorted of the data from the different vendor, different agent, actually the providing the data. National statistics may be the providing data, maybe the another agency collecting the data, maybe the 2 year ago, another agency may be the data collect. collected in the 5 years ago. So those sort of the data from those regionality we may collect and we may computing. Maybe the government health actually the collecting data. Why actually I am the actually the USAID health project. Why am I actually again creating my baseline? Why am I creating again these things? I may actually using their platforms. So in this case, many actually the data scientists or many male professionals said that these are not actually the structured data. These are the messy data. These are the not corrected data. So these are not actually so from the real world situations, we may actually find we may actually making the pattern, yeah, by the machine learning tools. So for the reason, these are actually the taxes. At first, actually data preparation, any data reading, metadata informations, null data handling, exploratory data analysis, and univariate analysis and bivariate analysis. Most of the projects, 1 to 7 are actually they using, but the last 8 to next, like the assumption, pipeline, modeling, and accuracy and explainability. These are actually the machine learning actually they handle these things. So, these are the handling the missing data. Someone actually they said that the imputations. Yeah. So, in my actually the experiences, I actually see the hundreds of the reports. Every report actually they mention the only the one table, mean, median, mood. But after that, I cannot actually see anywhere in the report how this mean, median, mood is actually they using their analysis. Uh, so these things. No report actually the I actually the most of the report I don't actually read any paragraphs in methodology part that I collected those sort of the data, and those data is those sort of the missing. This missing is the like that way handling, then dropping these columns, this row. So by this way, we are actually doing those things. So we are actually the cleaning, cooking, and very delicious these things. So these sort of things we need to do. So at first dropping, how the drop. So these are the basic. I giving some cheat sheet to you that it will help for actually the handling the data like the dropping, then imputations, mean imputation. Like these are the three category of the airplane, like the economic class, business class, and first class. They are the ticket prices. Some prices are the blank, so not actually the replace every null value by the overall mean. It should be actually the replaced by the what is actually the suitable. So these sort of the things actually we need to the learn, like the mean imputation, mood imputation, like that, or group imputation. These things needed. Then maybe the prediction model. So we may from the data we make the actually the prediction. Then after that prediction model, we may actually replace those informations. These are the all things actually the cooking stage I am actually the describing. So sometimes we need to actually the using the KN imputations like the K neighborhood imputations, we are actually the many times we are actually the doing the explorative survey for satisfaction survey of the participant or beneficiary level. You are agree or disagree, what you actually the thinking, different scale we are actually the using like the 5-point scale, 6-point scale. So how those things actually the closely related. If anyone interested to like the in Alamgir is the working the and Alamgir going to the data collections from the any participant level, household said that I giving the money, speed money for my work, but I cannot express. Maybe some government official said, okay, I am taking the money, but I am not actually the say anything more. So these are actually the missing. How this information will be actually the replaced? How, but other information maybe they actually the given. So by this way, actually the need to the approve. So if we actually the delete those records, delete those information, so we lost the many information. So dropping these are not actually the easy things, but we need to actually find out the appropriate replacing values by the imputations, appropriate imputations. Sometimes actually the k neighborhood, sometimes predicted model. These sort of the things we need to know. Then, here actually I sharing some Python based code. These are the data. So if the data, then how to actually the doing this. If anyone interested to using the Python, this code maybe the will guide you the how the handle these imputations. Like these are the null salary is the null. Then how this imputation is the happens. So how the drop is the happens, or field like the feeling blank feeling or null feelings. So the feeling actually the two-way actually the feeling backward and forward. This session is not actually the technical session. This session only for actually the promotional session of the AI. So I am actually the sharing the just for word, yeah, and giving the some cheat sheet. So they are using the many packages like the scikit-learn packages using, yeah, same thing actually the R and Python is the similar things. Using so by this way we are actually they handle the missing. These are the code who are interested to handle by themselves. So interpolation, sometimes we actually the interpolating the data like the time series data. We don't today maybe the temperature is the 30 degree, but we don't know the after the 3 days what happens. So we need to the interpolating. So most of the participants, those are actually the share their experience. They are actually the saying the based on the data, they are actually the giving the extracting the some information based on the past, not actually they are actually the projecting the futures like the who are here the actually the pesticide. He cannot actually the say that based on the data we cannot actually the giving the information the participant that next year this sort of the pest is the coming. They are only the making the maybe the collecting the data. These pest may be the killed by these agents. So if actually using the X amount of the money for the pest handling, then increase the profit. This sort of the things. But the projections. So how to actually the profitability. So how to the environment could be the sustainability. This sort of the information we need to actually the given. So those are the code I am actually sharing something. So these are the like the artificial intelligence cheat sheet I actually the making for you. So artificial intelligence, these are the using the many like the supervised unsupervised model. I will actually the in later on I will actually the zoom in many things. So there are the lots of the algorithms. So some algorithm handle the missing value, some algorithm not missing the missing value like the XGBoost. XGBoost, these are the machine learning algorithm. These handle the missing value. If we using the XGBoost, then we don't need to the actually the treatment of the our data cleaning. If light GBM like the CataBoost, if we using the random forest, if we using the AdaBoost, then maybe the using we need to the handle the missing value. They are the sensitive and their severity. Data cleaning is the needed. Some are data cleaning needed, some are data not cleaning is the needed. So being a AI operator and data scientist, we need to know where actually the we do that. If we actually the using the random boost and cleaning the data, so this cost is the will be the go to the garbage. So my owner or my donor is will not be happy if I expend the more money. So these things, and also the how the AI, machine learning, and deep learning is the actually the border. So I actually shared these things. So basic thing is that data collections, data preparation, feature engineering, then modeling, then hyper tuning. Through the hyper tuning, we actually the enhance the data quality. So evaluating the data. So evaluating the data like the those sort of the things actually the doing the one person in the office. Those are the data scientists, and he saved the money for the organizations like the 100 innovators sent to the field, and maybe they spend the 3 months for the data collections, 2 months for the data cleaning, and like the 6 months for actually running behind the consultant, yeah, giving the report. So So by this way, we are actually the saving the money, saving the time, and making the precise decision in the right times. I am sharing the something in the later on. So for the data science and machine learning, we actually the evaluating and computing the some metrics like the accuracy metrics, true, false, true, negative. Like the in COVID, we are saying that the this vaccine is the X% of the true positive, false positive. These are the good, these are the bad. These dilemmas, the precisions, recalls. So otherwise, so this sort of these things actually we need to the address. Here actually the like the training and test in every data machine learning and AI model, we need to actually the train or we need to actually the guide our actually the model. Based on the model, we doing this. So they are actually the presenting to you that training and test, how training and test data is the segregated, how making your actually the model on the basis of the model, you actually the evaluating in later on your decisions. Okay. So I am not actually the describe the everything I giving to you. It will be the help for you. You only learn to that for AI needed. Follow the training and test data set. How to making the training and test data set? They are actually the mention through the data wise. I actually the giving the details. Okay. Like the in data, we need to the scaling. No data is the coming for the very good manners. Yeah? So we need to the follow the data scaling in the preparation phases for machine learning. Who will doing that? So these are not just for actually the chatting the AI and Gemini or these sort of the things. So like the minimax standardization, robust scaling, those sort of the scaling we needed, and some like the gradient based and distance based, like the some logistic regression, neural networks, or KNN, or hierarchical clusters, or PCA component analysis. Those sort of the things is the need to the use. So different model, different algorithm, actually type of the three types of the, some are the tree based decision making, some are the distance based, some of the gradient based. So this sort of the thing you need to learn if you want to be a good data scientist in the future for the machine learning and AI era. They are the feature engineering. How the feature is the engineering, like the training data, test data, how training data is scaling, how standardization, different sort of the standardization, what code actually they using, I actually the giving the everything. So here actually I could describe these things need to do, and these are the Python based. I actually the making the Python based code. Yeah. So by this way, you need to do your data. These are not technical sessions. Sorry, these are just for actually the promotion of the artificial intelligence and machine learning. So data pipeline. So data pipeline is the issues like this data is the annual income. We are the many peoples who are working. We are collecting the income. So every income is the skewed. So if on the basis of this data, we making the any decision, this decision should obviously getting the wrong predictions. So these data should need to the transformation, like the log transform. When actually they transform the log, that times these data nice presentation as the normal distributions. Like the current credit balance, these also they skewed when actually the transformation. So we need to the different transformation. So we need to learn the different transformation, like the log transformation, box Cox transformations, range transformation, arc science transformation, range transformation. So lots of the like the 5, 6, 7 types of the transformation we need to the follow. Yeah, like the Z score or standardization. By this way, at first, actually, we need to preparing the data before making the any um, operation of the statistical operations. Yeah. So these are the process of the, so we call those process is the called the pipelines, like the drop entry row, then remove the other data, not needed data. Then if the text data, then text data should be the normalization, transformation, then extract the target variables, then imputations, then outlier handling, then feature selections. When actually the feature engineering, that times we actually the collect feature engineering means that we collecting the two data like the in health and nutrition, we actually the collecting the two data like the mother weights and mother heights. If we do those two variable, two feature in the model go to the wrong results because both are actually the correlated, inter correlated. So we need to, instead of the height and weight, we need to using the BMI. BMI means actually kg per meter square. Yeah. So by this way, we need to like the if any country actually the X amount of the money is the exported and X amount of the money is the expend for the imported. So if we do those two variable in the our model could be the wrong. So instead of the those two, we may using the balance. We may using the like the GDP like these things. Okay. So this called actually the feature engineering. So feature engineering you should actually the know. Okay. So like that, these are the many transformation actually the giving all are actually the skewed data, but after the transformation data will be the good in shape. Yeah, then you go to the operation, your operations. Okay. There are the lots of the information I actually the sharing. Like the recent, I am sharing that these are the hypothetical story. I am actually the giving to you. These are the AI cognitive like the recent actually the like the Iran-Israel war. Actually, the like the Israel intelligence actually they collect the different informations. Yeah, they are always the collecting the different informations, like the hacked by the traffic camera. These things, and they and after that cyber hacking, they are taking the information. After that, they making the very quick actually the decision in machine learning, and then pointing that these are the these things. So by this way, they are actually the prediction and they are taking the decisions. So for the reason, how can do that? Do that like that way, like the CCTV, mobile data, satellite data, human data, the different types of the data they are actually the gathering. And after that, they are actually the engineering and network and analyzing. Then actually that they using the data science. Yeah? They using the data science, like the core layer, data cleaning these way, pattern detection these way. Then they are actually the modeling build on. Yeah? These things, and then their target variables and they are trained and they deploy the resources, and after that they selecting the different route how they are going to that, yeah, then they creating the killing missions. So these are the very mini millisecond and gigabyte data actually they're using that, and for the reason who are actually doing that, like the statistician, what their role? Statistician actually the like the inference the pattern. These are the data scientists. What are they are doing? They are doing the like the machine learning model, feature engineering, these things, and IT infrastructure actually the build the different availability of the data and scalability data. Yeah. So big data inside AI is not for a decision maker. Yeah. AI is an amplifier of the intelligence of the power. Human makes the final decisions. But so those we are actually the sharing our knowledge that and practice that we are collecting data that way. So these making the report maybe the needed the 5 6 months, maybe the 1 year. So world is not actually desktop anywhere. So these are the world real world data I am actually the sharing to you as a data model as an example. So data science history. So I am actually the brief the history like the in statistical error started 1960s. After that digital boom in the 90s. That time database data engineering is created, and 2000 they created the big data error. So big data error, these are the Google, Amazon, these things, and 2010 to present, there is the AI and machine learning is the using machine learning predictive model. And also another thing now is the generative AR, generated ARR. On basis of that, now actually the many organization using that AI agent. So AI agent giving the many supports. So generative AI. So now using the LLM models, large language model they are using. So these are the nutshells of the data science history, how the data science is evolving through the statistics, digital, and then big data, then machine learning, then present condition and generative AI also. And data is the new things, new oil in the world, like the telecommunication using the different sort of the telecommunication using the different sort of the data. Banking sector using the data like the loan, who are able to taking the loan, or the fraud selection, or fraud, or e-commerce, or healthcare. Yeah. Then geolocation, this sort of the information. They are the one model, like the data, information, knowledge, and wisdom. These are the very primitive models. So like the career demand, like the data analysis, data analyst, career, and machine learning engineer, and data sciences. So these are the helpful to you for making yourself of the future, earning more money. So AI and data science tools, what type of the tools actually they're using? Like the already many of we use said that SQL, Python, R, those are the using. So in data now using the Hadoop and Spark, because Hadoop is these are the data systems, and we need to know the cloud system, AWS, Azure, and cloud computing. Yeah. So by this way, we actually save the money. Yeah, save the money, and also using the different actually the packages. So these are the workflow of the data science, actually from the data collections to the reporting. Like we spend the 22% resources or times for the data preparation. Data cleaning, we are actually doing the 17%. So reporting and presentation 17%. So like that way, like the modeling build on, or model training, or model deployments. So those up level is the more good for the more contributing scopes, and more earning the money, and more contributing to the management, more contributing to the decision making, to getting the strategic decisions. So here actually I actually the chalk out the some characteristics of the data scientist, data analytics, and business analytics. Business analytics actually then basically nothing else. They are actually the projecting the data to the outer communities very nice way. And data analytics actually the all we actually the said your purpose when actually I asked, meaning that you actually the presenting your everything in the past informations, and data science actually the predicting for the future. So future. So and in data sciences we need actually the different skills, like the technical skills. We have most of the people, we have those technical skill, SQL, R, Pythons. Or we need to build on our the analytical skill, statistical feature skill. This sort of the things those many people have this actually they learn from the academic institutions and the past, and then business skill. So those sort of the skill we need to actually use in the data science. Okay. So now who we are, like so like the first generation data scientist was the statistician. These are the primitive. These are the 1960s. Then second generation is the coming, like the IT and programmer. Then third generation like the domain expert, MIS expert. Those three are already actually gone. Those gone to the museum. Yeah, due to the AI. So modern era is the data scientist, because prediction, decision making, AI, and performance and optimizations and automation. These are actually the in the future needed, and future needed also the communication and strategic leaderships. Yeah, leadership. So now in the real world, traditional research methods and sampling are not no longer the primary focus. Obviously needed, but not actually the primary focus. because nowadays we need to actually the computing the results unbiased, accurate, and explained. For the reason, always no needed to the sampling, like the Amazon, Google, YouTube. Yeah, when actually the you actually go to your YouTube, whatever actually the you actually like, those sort of the information they will provide us. If I go, then whatever actually I like, they actually, so they don't actually the doing the research, they don't making the sampling, they don't making the many things, they are only the actually the using the models. So how from where actually the now it is data is the creating click. So nowadays data creation by the click anywhere, maybe the mobile, maybe the computer, wherever, whatever, you actually the using the cursor. If you move the cursor, then maybe the Google capture your informations. You see this, you see this part, your resolution is that, you like that, you stay these views in that minutes. Yeah, so by this way collecting the data. So being a data scientist is the only the need to the one qualification. These are the toddler qualification. Toddler qualification means when actually we are actually the very young age, that time we actually saying that what is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? And who? Why am I not actually the going to the outside? Why I'm going to the, why not actually I am touching the flame? Like that way. So this sort of the question. So machine learning, yeah. So toddler like the machine learning or deep learning and AI, these are not actually the very tough thing. These are the only the one things, how questions, how, who. Okay. So see data game. What are the data game? These are the four types of the data analytics actually the we using, like the descriptive analytics. These are the past data. Most of the you described. Diagnostic study means that what happened. There the root cause some analysis is needed. Some the predicting model needed, like the next what happens. And actually the prescriptive model, these are the like the optimizations. Like the in we mini we call the data from the impact, insight understanding these thing impacts. So how the action is the impact. So action and impact and prediction or foresight, it is actually the start from the predictive model to these models. So nowadays after that one another domain is the created, these are the cognitive analysis. Now we just think say the cognitive. So they are actually I mentioned the four, but these are the cognitive these things. So by this way, like the descriptive is the possible to visualization the Power BI. So their business is that these places, this place now is replaced by the AI. And diagnostic studies, these the root cause, correlation, significant, these things. So by this way, we are actually the learn the deep learning. After when actually the learn our actually the data and insights, and after that, this information is boosting to the machine learning process for making the decisions unbiasedly, precisely, confidently, and accurately. So for the reason we using the different sort of the model to find out when actually the you using your mobile phone, your face the recognition. If your mobile is the opened by my face, these are not actually the good machine learning algorithm, because he cannot actually the identify you. So how they are identify you? How your actually the ear and nose distance, ear and eye distance, eye and nose distance, and eye and your lip distance, two lip distance. There are many things actually the millions of data is the processing when actually the your phone is the open through the your face recognitions. So when actually the it act as a really your phone actually the unlocked by your face detection, these are the human intelligence. Okay, these are the pathway for the data game pathway. So, so data game pathway and the organizations and workforce, how the organizing process, like the business understanding, we need to develop the at first business understanding, then collecting the data analysis through these things, then programming for coding, the computing, and also the storing the data, then analysis through the different model statistics, then communications, then actually the revenue generation, expense, less expense, more revenue, so more profit. So those are the cross means those things now 80-90% actually they replaced by the AI. But communications or actually the understanding, these are not never and ever actually they will be replaced by the AI. These are the lead by the who are will be the AI operators. So like the what are the actually the data scientist main role is the impact. My beginning slide I said the impact, how actually the impact we actually the collecting. So impact is from the data collections, then identify the outcomes. So those most of the things, those two things only doing by the internal employee. And rest of the things are actually they're doing it now in the outsider, consultant, firms, or subject matter specialists who are earning the more money than the organization and employee. Now, who are what are doing that? They are doing it, they are actually the computing the attribution. How the attribution is that they are computing? They are computing attribution like the causality analysis. Their causality analysis actually directly computing the causality analysis. They are using the different model, the statistical model, RCT, DID, PCM. RCT means the randomized controlled trial. Then the difference in difference, PCM, proficiency score matching, regressions. So by this way, they are actually computing the some your actually the logic unbiasedly and explainability, and they using the some methods also they consider like the theory based step evaluation, process evaluation. After that they are estimating the impacts, quality assessment, then improve policy, then design. They are actually the designing like the Rakibul Bhai said his speech that we need to actually the challenging the evidence-based decision making, evidence-based programming. When actually the we are placing our actually the project to the donor, we should actually the do the these things. So so evidence-based. What do you mean by evidence-based? Evidence means that we need to actually the give the some information of the econometric impacts and qualitative evidence, evaluation policies, cost benefit analysis, and so other on. So those sort of the things we need to do. So these are nothing. These are the actually I am actually giving you the some cheat sheet. How actually the RCT, randomized control design treatment control, how this comparing. These are the infographics I giving here. Actually they giving the some formula also. So by this way you may help to the doing that. And like the qualitative examples. So RCT effect, randomized control, how my treatment, how my project area is the better perform to the control area, non-project area. So another thing is that like the DID, difference in differences. So these are actually the I am actually the claiming my actually the outcomes with excluding the natural growths. So how this natural growth is that doing? So these are the DID. So difference in differences. So using those formula by this way, these things like the PCM, proficiency score matching, how the proficiency score matching this way, and also the economy and the value for money, how value for money. We said that these are the called the value for money, 4E, 1S, economic efficiency, how the economic is the computing. Economy, nothing else. These are the cost versus budget. My cost, my budget is the 3 million. I spend the 2.5 million. So 2.5 divided by 3 million. These are the actually the budget efficiency. Budget efficiency may be the 80% or budget efficiency is the minus like the 110% budget is the costing. Like the efficiency, output versus cost, output versus cost. Yeah? So like that way. These are the like the outcomes, like the $32 billion out spent for the like the 1,000 shelters built on. So by this way we are calculating. Who are interested, those are actually the using those knowledge to using the model. So attribution and contributions. So AI agent cannot do this actually. I am saying that attribution and contribution analysis framework, it is needed everywhere. Maybe the social science, maybe the business, maybe the everywhere. Like the attribution analysis, the focus on the causalities and contribution analysis, then direct causality analysis, then multiple factor analysis about the cost benefit analysis, and lastly actually the management asking that what are the root cause and what are the impact of the people life. life in terms of how what are the actually the value of the life, how the comfort is the life, yeah, how the environment is the cool, like that way. We using the those things, and RCT, DID, and PCM we using actually the claiming our result, randomized control design, our project area, non-project area, and DID, the difference in difference means actually these are nothing else. These are actually the claiming exclusive our contribution, excluding the natural growth. Okay. Then one actually I am actually sharing the one analysis like the GDP and renewable energy last 10 years, last decades. So the like the these sort of the reports we are actually now making. These are the very low level data though. 100% report looks like that at now. No need to this type of the report. This report not actually the demanding in the management. This sort of the report. These are the executive report. These are the executive general peoples easily understood that how the Iran is actually the surrounding by the different country, different resources, different threats, and different resources how impacted these things. These map report and previous report same things, but these are created the more insights. So these sort of the things. So, those first report and second report, those are actually the past report and present report, not actually the future reports. So, machine learning is the these report, like the AI, machine learning, and deep learning, like the when actually the these actually the where is the happened that times actually the projected the three outcomes, like the one outcomes is that manage allied transitions, fragmentations, and civilian conflict will be they start in the Iran or federation or create the three types of the federation. And everywhere are the some challenges, everywhere is the some actually the opportunity also. So by this way, actually the making those sort of the models after the model making for the futures. These three scenario not yet happened in the world yet, but world is now actually the moving through such type of these things. I actually collecting those information from the very recently. So if you know the interactions out of the contribution and attribution these things, so you need to actually the visual some things from the this area to this area, how the related, how the Iran and China related, how the these things is the related, how the USA and they are the related, how these passages is the related. Okay, so this sort of the strategic things, bird's eye view actually they need to actually incorporate your machine learning models, yeah, as a being a good evaluator, being a good data scientist, yeah. Maybe the today is the era of the artificial intelligence. Tomorrow maybe the new thing is the coming because quantum computing is the coming, but data scientist is the staying the every time. So machine learning and artificial intelligence, these things will be the obsolete in the tomorrow. But tomorrow will be the come in the other things like the quantum physics, quantum computing, and other artificial and like the virtual reality. Those sort of many things that are coming in the next. Yeah. So how the global data platforms will be actionable. Huh? Here actually I am actually just thinking, saying that I actually the collecting the three data from the three sources. First sources, I actually the collecting the data from the UN data. These are the giving Alamgir giving you the link. Those data is available. Energy supply by country information in the UN. Then World Bank actually these are 1960s to 2015. There the World Bank data is the available World Bank site. These are the GDP. And one journal, they are actually the data, they are the data of the country wise different energy utilization of power actors. So different data collecting the different times, but we are actually the making the our actually the analysis the very short times. Yeah? So by this way, we actually the reducing the cost of the data collections, reducing the and saving the time also, and also giving to the management for making the strategic decision. If we do that, then our value will be created the more and more. If we save the money for actually the stop the data collections, stop the hiring the innovator, stop the questionnaire making. Yeah. So because the world is now actually the sink of the data. So why not actually using those sort of the data? Because those data is the valid, yeah. Those data is actually the precise, and those data maybe these data is the different formats. So by this way, maybe we are collecting those three sorted of the data, three sources, and making these sorted of the interpretation. These are the role of the data scientist role. Yeah. So China have the big changes of the GDP, rather than the USA, big changes of the GDP. But USA is the big volume of the GDP. So China is not big volume, but change is the bigger. Then that times maybe the Iran is they are actually the GDP is the very minimal, light amount. But when actually the going to the energy supply, that times we saw Iran is the sixth, seventh, eighth. But like the China is the low, like the very low. Like they have the more GDP, but they have no actually the energy. But like the Australia, Canada, they are the more using the more have the energy. They are the producing the more energy also. Okay, per capita energy. And after that, when actually we see the renewable energy, that times we saw USA and Australia not using the renewable energy. Lots of this thing they are actually but Brazil they are using the more renewable energy. China is the more renewable energy. So by this way, like we need to actually the computing the many things. Being a data scientist, so I actually bring those things as an example. Being a data analyst, being a AI operator or machine learning operator, we are not actually the mandatory to the invest our time, invest our money for the collecting the data. Our role is that analyzing the data and actually the harvesting the information for decision making process without zero investment of the data collections. If we actually do that, then organization love lot to us. Yeah, then organization give the more love to us. Okay. So these are the understanding of the AI, like the chat GPT, AI hallucination and misconceptions nowadays is the happening. Like the many people said that job will be the reduced. No, never and ever job will be the reduced. Actually, the role is the changing. Role is the changing. So this sheet actually the Alongir said me that actually they give the some definition type. I giving here the what do you mean by the artificial intelligence, then artificial intelligence how using like the voice recognition Siri or Alex, or like the Netflix, Amazon, these sort of the many things that happens like the industry wise. I asking the in the beginning of the industry like the healthcare disease predictions like the malaria. One participant said that the malaria. So if we actually the making the model of the predictions like if the temperature like that way, that times the mosquito is the emerging, so that times we need to actually go to the safe location using the nets. So if like that way, we making the messages for the future, not actually the saying that we examine the thousand of the people, their life this way, their social classes, these things, and these social classes more impacted. Those story is not value for the decision makers. So by this way. So optimization of the inventory like that way, like the dynamic pricing, yeah, airlines. If we actually going to the airlines, if you three friends actually go to the any airlines, you three people getting the three prizes in the your laptops. three prices, because he actually they examine your laptops, your behavior. So based on that, the price is the dynamically actually they offer the three laptops in the three types. So these are the issues of the machine learning. So these are the key roles already. I actually they discussed issues. So we need to like the this sort of the these things. Then machine learning, these are the framework machine learning, how data is the in computing. I already discussed. We collecting the data. So like the demographic data, product data, engagement. Then we need to machine learning process. We need to evaluating the every phases, like the how much accurate, how much precise, precisions, how much recall. So true positive, true negative, false positive, false negative. These are the four metrics. These are the basic heart of the statistics, basic heart of the management, basic heart of the peoples, basic heart of the AI, basic heart of the everything. These are just for those actually the confusion metrics. We call the hypothesis, someone call the many things, but they are the four types of the decisions: true positive, true negative. So what are the predictions or the actual? Yeah, these things. So like the in data in machine learning or data science, we actually the doing the many operations like the univariate analysis, bivariate analysis, multivariate machine learning, these things, and we consider the some model what are the using the different model like the statistics model and mathematical model, and some we using the learning. So unsupervised learning and supervised learning, these things like the here actually they mentioned like that if we find that by the millions dollar actually the aircraft aircraft and bomb are defeated by the $1,000 drone. Yeah, so these are not actually the good value for money. So for these are the very asymmetric these things. Yeah. So these sort of the things actually you need to know through your analysis, value for money, contributing. So like we comparing these two things. So these are actually comparing means actually that these are the supervised. These are not unsupervised, because comparing one by one. Yeah, like that way. And value for money we ensuring. Yeah. So, and I am zooming that things like the univariate analysis, this data type univariate analysis. So 0 by 100 means actually the 0%. Everything is doing by the AI. Bivariate analysis, this now everything doing by the AI. No needed me, no needed you for that. So if your manager, your company owner, your CEO actually the know these things, he will do making okay. These variable and these variable, just select and click OK. Then create the graph. So no need to the many people for that reason. Okay. So bivariate analysis and univariate analysis, no need to any technical peoples now. Then choosing the right statistical model like the categorical continuous, how the categorical grouping and which type of the analyze, which type of the assumption we need to the choosing, which type of the test we need to the choosing, like independent test of independency test, Mann-Whitney, ANOVA, Kurzweil's or Fisher exact, everything you need to know, and those things need to actually incorporate in the machine learning model. So here actually they're giving the some quick references. If your variable continuous categorical what your actually the summarization technique, what will be the good visualization technique, what need to do the statistical thing I give you, it may be the help for you. And after that you need to doing the your normalizations, and you need to examine your outlier also, handle the outlier, and then after that you go to your actually the model. So so like the association rules means like that someone actually the going to the shops like the butter bread, someone buying the butter bread, someone buttermilk, like the I actually go to the Amazon shop. I choose the like the mouse and computer, and maybe the you choose the your shoe and jackets. Another one choose the like the shoe and computers. So like that way, actually the making the decisions who are actually the like what, and based on that they actually the pushing the their promotions. So like that way, in social science, we need to making the analysis. Who is beneficiary need to the what. People are the different. So by this way, like the who are actually the sharing the educations. So if they actually the do the like the student actually psychological behavior, yeah, those are they are learning discontinuation or learning behave like that way, how we will actually the provide which type of the product, yeah, so by this way. So they are actually the we so association of the mining, this association of the mining we may using the some techniques of the probability techniques, like the how the support, how the confidence, how the lifting means actually the decision making. Like in nowadays we are going to the Amazon, some are actually only the see, someone actually the choose the product, someone actually after choosing the product going to the purchase but not paying, some are actually the going to the purchase then the paying model, then pay the through the credit card. But some are not actually the doing the credit, not actually the complete the credit card. So many people actually they stay in the different places. So by this way, we are actually the making the product, making the promotions, making the these things. Similar things, not for only the buying and selling. Same thing will be actually the compilable in the social sectors, health sectors, education sector, everywhere. So you need to do sort of the mining, do sort of the gaming, yeah, and playing with the data. Like the decision tree, also the one data mining, very good things like the three level of the risk factor of the heart disease. Those heart disease, which factor associated with the how which factors, like the respiratory rate and these factors, how associated, what percentage associated, and body temperature or oxygen how much and which level. So by this way, making the decision tree, that the lots of the decision tree root and leaf. So we may do the this one for this one for this one for. So management asking every time, you are the good M&E people, you are the good M&E director, you are the good male professional, you are the very good in the research. So you actually the guide me to the 10 things, what things I need to do first, then what things. If I do the first, then what impact will be. So if we actually the giving the those sort of the answer to your actually the management, to your answer of the your CEO, then organization will actually the um, will be the benefited, and you also be the benefited. So the decision tree now in the using. So these are the data player. We all are the data player. So we need to everything, data, Python, program, model, everything. But we need to give the product to these things. And these are the some resources I am sharing. Thank you for everyone. I don't know how am I
Yes.
going on, Alamgir.
Okay, thank you very much. There are lots of information here. Most of them can explore the knowledge. Actually, this is not a technical session. This is the holistic approach about AI and data science. So we want to explore as a data scientist. So now, open discussion session. There will be a lot of question or feedback on this session, but we will finish by 20 to 30 minutes a couple of times. Please raise your hand one by one. Those who will not get a chance, please write down your opinion, feedback, question, or suggestion in your WhatsApp, in our WhatsApp group or email one to one. So I'll take care of your suggestion through the WhatsApp
Alam,
group or other
Alamgir,
communication. Yes,
Alamgir,
yes,
I giving the only the last one information
yes,
is
sure,
that
sure, sure.
uh, uh, same my name SS Bak Hindol. These are my actually the LinkedIn. So if anyone anything actually the asking me, they are actually the you may actually the asked me directly. Regular basis I am actually share the some actually the learning document here, you may be the benefited here, and you may actually the asking through anything to my rather than email. I am actually the very much actually the present in LinkedIn. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now open discussion. Before that, I have a on announcement. So I want to next follow-up session with you. So you can join our WhatsApp group. Already I have shared in chat box. Please join the group AI and data science group. So now it's your turn. So you can ask or you can suggestion anything about AI and data science. Please share your knowledge or question. Anyone share anything? Raise your hand, please. Yes, Tariqul Islam. You can share all over the presentation
Thank
or
you.
feeling.
Good presentation. I think we are facing different challenges, but initially we face collecting data from sources. In our cases, educational institute, different institute. Some are competent, but some are not competent to preserve data or giving data to us. How can I manage these things easily using technology?
Alongir, can I respond or taking the
Yes,
some
yes,
questions?
yes. You can respond one by one.
Okay. Actually, nowadays, these are the challenging, obviously, data collection is the challenging, but traditional data collection is the challenging. But concurrent, if we follow the concurrent culture, then these challenges will be like that way. If you want to collecting the some data from the school, you just actually the my opinion like my thinking is that you make the kiosk means the automated, these are the laptop like, yeah. If we go to the different mall, they have the kiosk. If you establish the one kiosk in your school, good public places, then there may be the student using this, so they may giving the some informations what you actually the learn. So for them, actually the you need to design your media instead of the questionnaire, instead of the kobo, instead of the innovator, make the these sort of the things. So nowadays a school student more actually the loving the screen. So this big screen, they actually they're playing these things. So maybe they're giving the some information. So by this way, you may make you may collect the some data. So after the data collections, you have the question is that how this data is the quality too. So data quality actually the when actually the you getting the robust data. So nowadays, robust data handling is not is the problem because everyone we actually they're using the big data infrastructures everywhere. So big data is the handle those things. So by this way, we may using the those sort of the big informations by using the those sort of the machine learning or deep learning model, we may find out the trend. What is your objective? If your objective is that students are not actually they attended in the schools because due to the they are actually the nutrition behavior, like your assumption, your project is like that way, maybe. Or so what are actually they thinking? They know this thinking, they know those sort of the food, those sort of the fruit, how many they are eating or not. These sort of the things, not actually the just actually the question form like that way. You may actually the very graphically you may using those sort of the things. So my my opinion is that we need to rethink like that way, out of the box. Yeah, because how collecting our data by the Google, how our data collecting by the YouTube, how our data collecting by the WhatsApp, or our data collecting by the Facebooks. They are not doing us, but they are appropriating. Actually, they address me. If if they address me, then why not my modifying cultural context, time context tools, not addressing the children needs in the education systems? Why I am thinking that everything I am doing by myself, collecting the data, ensuring the data quality by myself. Why? So we need to actually this sort of the thinking for the designing of the data inflow process. Then we make to making the proper appropriate data treatment, data pipeline, making the data pipeline. Yeah. So appropriate data techniques like that way. Yeah.
Thank
Okay,
you, sir. Thank you.
okay, another one, Mustafa, please. Mustafa, raise your hand and say something, please. Mustafa. Hello, Mustafa, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you hear me? Yeah, thank you very much for this wonderful presentation. And I think we have really learned, in this session, more especially in the area of data learning, machine learning, and also, data science. It has been a very wonderful session. And once again, thank you very much for the organization of this, webinar. So my questions goes like this is that based on what was discussed, I realized that we have given much preference to quantitative data modelings and analysis. And just in a nutshell, what could be the appropriate, for the qualitative data review, and as well as what AI tool is more appropriate for analyzing qualitative data. So thank you very much. That's my question and contribution.
So this model is not only for the quantitative data, because in my slide, I'm not actually the discuss very deeply like that. Like here actually I mentioned the text normalizations. So we collecting the different information in the textual formats, like the case study, like the voice, like your opinion. Yeah. If so this sort of the opinion, like the in one post a post one video is the posted in the YouTube. Maybe the YouTube create the like the 1 million viewer. Within the 1 million viewer, X% of the thumbs up, thumbs down, and bad phases, and like the one out of the 1 million, 10,000 are the writing the 10,000 is the writing the comments. So those are the data. So those data we actually the pull. Some are the quantifiable, some are not quantifiable. After that, those textual data, those text normalization process, so those text to be actually the converted to the data processing. So these are the pipeline process. So those pipeline not only for quantitative data. Like if you and your family member discuss anything in your mobile phone, beside your mobile phone, and after 2 days, 3 days after, you see those sort of the promotions video you seen in your YouTube, in your Facebook, because our now Android phone capture the voices. Because we using the many apps, so we giving the permissions, so they actually they capturing our voice. Some are using the our native language, some are French, some are Spanish, some are English, whatever it is. So by this way they are actually they capturing, and if you actually they allowing those informations, So those Android company actually they sold those information to the different company. They are making and they are actually the product feature like that way. So those machine learning, those pipeline process not only for those text generations. So text normalizations, these also need to the handled by these things.
Anyone? So, Hinul bhai, would you back in slide number 5? I have a question that fly in slide number 5 in data file. Next. Yes.
Because
Yes. Back. Yes. No. Data file. Slide number 5.
because
No, this is okay. This is okay. You have mentioned lots of error like that 999 not applicable or blank data. So what is your experience and how in handle the data previously during consultancy? So I have handled many things, but decision is needed how to handle the data.
okay.
Actually blank data 999 or not applicable.
Okay.
Yeah.
At first, actually, so imputation need to the follow imputations. So there the imputations means that the different imputations like the replace the mean of the group mean. Okay,
Okay.
group mean. So at first you need to actually examine the data descriptions like the you make in my practical field I do the run the like the visualizations like the histogram like the charts and like that by this way by excluding the those values and after that like the if the 300 data we collected and like the five data is the missing, yeah, in
Yeah.
this case it is not wise to the collecting recollecting and rechecking the and again the collecting the data. If we collecting the data again, it actually the create the problem of the data quality because data is the missing because when actually data is the collected that times it is the obviously that times data is the missing due to the some reasonable reason. If you treat it more then it is not actually the natural data. Okay, so you need to actually the filling this area by using the some imputations. Okay, in
Okay.
previous I actually using the mean imputations and also the average, the rolling average, and also the like the imputations. Okay, so replaced by the mean, median, and mood. Whatever actually the this is the suitable for there. So by this way, these things I am actually the doing my work. But now I am actually the examine the many things like the imputation I am doing, then K means I am doing, then I am doing LOF, local outlier factors. So those LOF. So LOF, KNN, these things, so mean differences, this sort of the thing I am using.
Okay, that's
Like
mean.
here actually the missing, here missing, the economy. Economy is the missing, this replaced by the 120. But they are the missing business class, this missing actually the 475. They are missing this, but not actually the replacing by the 500 like that way.
Okay. Okay, that's mean you said I have collected 300 data, but 5 was missing. For example, on was NA, 2 was
Yeah,
99, and 2 was blank. So whenever I
yeah,
analysis, I will take 295, right?
yeah.
Not 300 doing analysis. during the
No, no,
analysis?
no, 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 no. You obviously you do actually the analysis 300. If you not actually the 300, then your probability will be the changes. Your probability estimated during the sample calculations and computing the like the 300. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
So
yes.
so if we then you actually the probability you actually the differ from your probability, then these are the messy things. Then you create the biases.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Any question or any suggestion from another participant? Otherwise, we will finish today. Okay. Yes, anybody. Please say something.
Assalamu alaikum, bhai.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Yeah. Okay, yes,
Hello.
anybody. Yes, yes. You can say.
Thank you, Hindal bhai, for your nice presentations. And we learned a lot of issues regarding AI and data science, particularly deep learning, messy data, and other important tools like Python. So, my one of the key question is because these sessions will learn a lot of things, prediction, machine learning. eh. So one of the key issues normally we keep in our mind. So for example, our organizations, but any organizations have their lot of survey data, right? Monitoring data, MIS data set.
Yes.
So we want to use LLM, large
Yeah.
language model, or AI tools like
Hmm.
ChatGPT. It seems like that in our work. So, but how we can use the AI without making the wrong calculations or wrong donor report, losing data verifications. So, especially how we can integrate AI LLM in our M&E systems.
Okay. Good. Good thing is that Yasin Bhai actually the said that like he is working the one projects like the project name is the Showardo 3. But when actually he perform your actually the Emini role in the Showardo 3, that time he never used the Showardo 1 and Showardo 2 datasets for analysis of the Showardo 3 because maybe that time the reason is that we saying the reason these are the areas the differences these things but these are the data. So machine learning is that machine learning and artificial intelligence actually these are the bucket. This bucket actually the collecting the everything, collecting the everything. So after that, when actually you enter into the systems like the Showhardo Project 1, Project 2, and Project 3 data, but I am now actually performing the Project 3 but they're the nature of the data. So machine learning main factor is that artificial intelligence actually the find out the trend of the data, trend, pattern of the data, pattern. What are the pattern? So now pattern of the data is that nowadays pattern of the data is that our kids are loving using the tablet, mobile, or any screen phone. They are not interested to learn from the reading the book, paper books. No one. Okay, is it right? Okay. So this pattern, if we actually find out those patterns, then in machine learning or artificial intelligence, they actually the making the some calculations like the how much these are the accurate, how much these are the precise, how much these are the uh, and interpretability, how much explainability. So these sort of the metrics, they are actually we are actually the finding founded. So after that, when actually we see that this relation may be the very good, but these model explainability is the very low. Maybe
Yeah.
like I actually the going I am going to the like the I am going to the some school, yeah, some student, those who are actually the support me. So I giving them some things, they giving the some responses. I know them, but I know only those 30,000 people, but I don't know the 3 billion of students in the world. Okay, so how I actually the projecting them? So based on the explainability, and machine learning actually they find out not only the relationship and causality, they find out the some confounding issues, maybe the confounding issues. Like the normal, if you run the regression, correlation, regression, logistic regression, these cannot give you the feedback of the confounding these things. So another thing is that in artificial intelligence and machine learning, you can actually the run your model. Maybe the model is the same, but you can actually the tuning. Like when actually we are in the very young age, that time we using the radio, shortwave radio. We actually the tuning, yeah, one tuning, two tuning. So maybe that they are now when actually the car riding that times like the FM radio. So this tuning. So slightly tuning, maybe the you getting. So this sort of the tuning and more and more run the model, it's possible nowadays due to the those tools are actually available, like the Python is available, like the R is available, yeah. So they are the so those sort of the algorithm is available, so the tuning, so hyper tuning, so through the hyper tuning you actually the know the what are the relationship, and they are the how much these model is the explainability. When explainability you find out the like the you have the 50 variables, so out of the 50 variable, which 10 variable is the more importance, so those importance tuning they are actually the find out. Like these are the pen, what is the shape of the pen, straight or round, Alamgir?
Yes,
Pen is the line or round?
pen,
This pen
line,
size,
line, line.
line.
Pen is line, yes.
Now
Now horizontal or vertical?
now round.
Round, yes, yes, round.
Round. Okay.
Yeah.
So these we call actually the Barmy or rotation. So when actually the principal component analysis we are actually the doing, that time within those bucket, yes, in by every variable, these are the rotation. So on the rotation of those many things, many dimensional rotations, they giving the some value, like that they are actually using the like the eigenvalue. So eigenvalue 0.5 to so which rotation will help to giving the appropriate size of the pen. These are not appropriate size, these are maybe the size appropriate, these may be not. So by this way, this rotational way, so they giving the some good sense of the pattern. When actually they give the pattern, that times those machine learning, why call the machine learning, machine actually they learn these things through the deep learning, through the deep learning. So by this way, we may actually the precise information we actually the getting, because we are making the decisions, the impartial decision, unbiased decision. So unbiased not means that we are only the take care data to data, data to data. Okay, so those sort of the things, those machine learning, yeah.
Okay.
Yasin bhai, can I explain or not? I don't know.
Is in my Yasin bhai, you are happy for this answer?
ভাই
Thank you. Thank you.
হ্যাঁ কত
Okay,
বলছিলাম একটু 10
Thank you
মিনিট পরে
for
বলি
your
ভাই
clarification. Thank you. Yes,
okay,
it needed. Thank you.
okay, okay. No, today no more today. So I want to hear from Hindal bhai as last talk. We will finish this webinar today or workshop.
লাস্ট someone say
Anyone? Nazmul Huda. Okay, okay. On question, we can take on question from Nazmul Huda. You can say, Nazmul bhai. Nazmul bhai, you can say your opinion, and then we will finish after talk Hindul bhai. Nazmul bhai, are you there? Raise your hand. Okay, maybe you're not. He is not audible. So you can say last word or last sentence or feelings about webinar today, and then we will finish today.
No, we have time if anyone actually give the some feedbacks, not question, only the feedback
Yes.
of the yeah, because I am bringing the very new things. Yet now I am actually learning these things.
Next, Indil bhai, will
Anyone
if maybe
give the
he is not say something, but raise his hand, Nazul bhai, but he cannot
no
say.
other any participant?
Anyone say something about the presentation or feedback? Maybe no.
Oh, okay, maybe that
Okay.
this is the
Yeah.
heavy load.
Hours already finished.
Okay,
8:30
okay,
to
okay.
8. So you can say last
Okay,
stay.
thank you for actually the participating in the sessions. Yeah, hopefully I am actually the bring the many things heavy loaded. Uh, these are the just for actually the promotional presentations, not technical presentation. For that actually I bring those things and view based on my actually the uh, learning. So if anyone can give the some feedback to my LinkedIn or email or Alumgiria, it will be the help for actually the future in my learning. Yeah, these things and hopefully we togetherly we actually utilize those learning in our work in the futures because future for actually the artificial intelligence and machine learning, yeah, these issues will be the lead on the next decade and everywhere. Nowadays, I am actually um, around 2 to 3 years. I actually they came in the Canada, so I seen that many people are actually the losing the jobs, like the programmer, developers, and many develop. But day by day, increasing the data science, AI professionals, data engineer, machine learning engineer, their demand is the increasing because they save the hundreds employees paying to the organizations. Yeah. So hopefully this learning will help to our futures. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Indil bhai, for your nice presentation. And there are lots of formative information here. We will learn from the slide. Don't worry, I will send to PPT and recording to your mail and WhatsApp group. So bye bye today. We will see again soon.
Thank you. Thank you, both of
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.